bowling to Nielsen. Oh, has he bowled him? No. Crease. That one's a bit shorter. And Harry Nielsen, he's had a sider earlier on, Max, and he got on top of that. And
Nielsen looked a little bit susceptible against the short stuff yesterday, but he's played that beautifully.
First test starting on Thursday. Nielsen's on the air, and the man out there didn't quite see it. It's Hanuman Vihari.
Yeah, he's looked really comfortable square of the wicket. It's his second hook shot of this morning that he's played.
Yeah, they have around the wicket. That's squatted out towards deep backward square, and it goes all the way for 4.
Well, that's a ridiculous shot from Harry Nielsen. I'm not even sure if he had his eyes on the ball that time, but
bang it in short, which he did.
Yeah, he wasn't looking at that at all.
Controlled it nicely. Rolled his wrist straight down. A brilliant shot. That's edged, but there's no second slip, and that will go for 4 more.
Yeah, it was probably saved by just how hard he went at that in the end. It was a man at wide his first slip and a man in gully, and it pierced it beautifully. Full driven, and that'll be 4. That's a lovely shot from Aaron Hardy.
Split the gap beautifully and raced to the boundary as well. It's a quick outfield here in Sydney, but I think if he could have been playing on any ground in the world there, Aaron Hardy, and that would have been a boundary. That's a beautiful stroke.
From the Paddington end back to Nielsen, who plays a beautiful late cut, and that'll be 4 more as well. We've seen some of the power on the hook, and that's some of the touch as well from Nielsen.
Yeah, he's just used the pace and the bounce here. He's got really deep in his crease, and he's pretty much chopped that.
This time he plays it again and doubles the dose. 4 more to Nielsen. He's now up to 89. Hardy on strike. Beats him on the outside edge, and that's gone. So Hardy's innings comes to an end, and Sharma strikes first ball. What a shame, the young man. He's made his way brilliantly to 86.
Wasn't able to really get his eye line over the line of the ball there, and that's a good first up delivery from Ishant Sharma. Didn't do a whole lot wrong. It was a ball he had to play pretty much. Just
know about the Duke ball.
Fallon's forward and driving this one down the ground beautifully for 4 more. Use his feet, leading by 82.
So that turned a lot of things around. He was exceptional. He got a 5-wicket haul in the first test against England on his ankle.
This ball is absolutely slapped down the ground for 4 by Fallons. Full toss by Kohli, and Fallons gives it the great Virat Kohli, who comes in his wide, and it's just pushed, and they'll get it through there, and that's a century for Harry Nielsen. A wonderful innings, came in under pressure and has played all the shots in a really classy knock, and he can take the plaudits of some standing ovations from the Sydney faithful here, coming off just 167 balls to continue. It's over the wicket, thrown up and sweeping this ball, and sweeping well. Backward a point for 4. As a glorious stroke from Dan Fallons. Picked up the line, the length, quick, smart. Well, this ball is absolutely battered right up in the air, high into the sky, and underneath and taken. So that is the end of a wonderful innings for Harry Nielsen. He departs for an even 100. Virat Kohli gets the wicket and celebrates, and rightfully so. He's worked hard to get some wickets, and as you can probably hear over the effects box, the Indian natives are absolutely loving it here at the SCG. So Nielsen goes for a very well-made 100. He's done.
And a well played to him. Here it is, it's an absolute half-tracker. Kohli's nearly landed that on his own feet, and he's already bemused. He can't believe he's got a wicket with that, and Harry Nielsen gives him a bit of a pat on the back, saying, put a B in there.
That's wide, and that one's going to be 4. So just gets his line wrong this time, Virat.
Here comes the Karen ball. I think I've picked this one.
I think you're right, and I think it might be 6 as well. Luke Robbins sends that one into the members' stand, and that's a great shot.
Beautifully.
Have a look at this. Used the feet well. He almost cramped himself there, but enough power.
Batsman?
Talking of thunderbolts, that one's flown off the bat from Robbins, and that's going to be 4. Gully area.
Yeah, just change of length by a Sharma, and you can just see Dan Fallons' weight was not coming forward at all. He was hanging back. I haven't seen Ashwood.
Oh, and he's bowled him. Straight through him, Ravi Ashwood. Fallon's trying to pull him through mid-wicket on the back foot, and it ends a valiant knock.
Might be able to work out what Dan Fallon was attempting here. Yeah, just wasn't short
I think
enough.
you'll call that the heave. It was quite a long way outside of off stump. It was pretty nothing ball, if anything, but
There's so much hard work that goes.
oh, and this is delicately guided by Robbins all the way for 4.
Retrieve the ball. Kuldeep Yadav is right in the dressing room. Just walk straight out.
Yadav's in again to Coleman. Full, driven, and that's going to be 4.
That's cracking.
Stand and deliver stuff from Coleman. Didn't even move, just held the pose now. You have a look at this shot, Jack. Does this one go from Yadav? Pitched up and through the legs of the man at third slip. Along the carpet for 4. So
Keep the legs together for that one, and it was a little bit uppishly played, but certainly did bounce before that fielder at third slip, and comes Pujara again. This one's cut, and it's cut extremely well in front of point for 4. Really well timed, and the placement was exquisite from Robbins.
talking about it with Coleman, doesn't look like an 11. With Robbins as well.
The last ball before lunch, it does tick over to 1 o'clock, thrown up. It's a Yorker, it's dug out, and that will be the end of the session. A titanic 3-hour session here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and at lunch it's a session that's belonged to the Cricket Australia 11, led by Aaron Hardy, who made 86 and a brilliant century to Harry Nilsson, the wicketkeeper. He made 100, playing some wonderful individual hands and putting a big partnership. But then the tail wagging, Fallon's 43, Robbins 38 not out, and Jackson Coleman making 33 not out as well, as they put on over 50 for the final wicket. Not a whole lot to be happy about. Mohammad Shami, the best, 3 for 97. 2 wickets to Ashwin, who's bowled a lot of overs, and both Sharma, who bowled extremely well in his first return to the bowling crease, and Umesh Yadav,